Hello, and welcome back to episode 9 of Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we got the auto hammer working, albeit slowly, due to the low power generation of the photovoltaic cells. And this might be sufficient for a while, but I think I'd like to go ahead and look into various means of RF generation, just to speed it up right away. Now, there are a variety of types of generators. Ones from simple generators, extra utilities, Ender IO, actually additions, and several progressive automation, and several from other mods that aren't actually called generator. Now, with this variety of options, there's a trade-off between RF produced and resources required. I've decided to go with the coal generator from Actually Additions. It's very cheap to make, requiring only 4 iron and some stone, and produces 30 RF a tick with coal or charcoal. That's not enough to fully run the auto hammer, but it gets it up to 3/4 speed as opposed to, at most, half speed during a small portion of the day. So that's probably the best way to do it, at least for now. It takes iron, sticks, cobblestone, black quartz, and I think that might be it. Oh, and a couple charcoal. And so we have a coal generator. Now, we also need a way to get power from the coal generator into the auto hammer. Unlike the photovoltaic cells, just being adjacent to it isn't quite enough. Again, there are numerous options. I'd like to go with the cabling system from Immersive Engineering. It uses wire connectors, which are just some hardened clay and copper, on input and output nodes to the wiring system, wire relays, which are even cheaper, to connect between the connectors, and then wire coils to connect each of the connectors and relays. Each connector can only have one connection. Relays can have several, so if you want more than 2 items in a power network, you need to use relays. But at the moment, we only have the 2, so we can make do with just making a set of 4 wire connectors and only needing 2 of them. To do that, we need hardened clay, for which we need regular clay, which is gotten, of course, by doing that. Now, for that, I need more dust. I thought I had more handy, but apparently not. So, I need to get a bit more dust, and while I'm at it, I'm going to work on moving the cacti from up here, where they're a little bit in the way, down into here, I think into this corridor right along here. So, I'll be back when I've got some more dust and I've moved the cacti. snad. Another two. The planks back down. Who cares about the extra? Okay. Another clay. Need to refill this. Hello, Sammy J. How are you this morning? I am also recording for YouTube simultaneously, hence the back and time notation. So, I've moved the cacti from up here into the basement, and I'm waiting for water to finish producing from these leaves to get the last clay I need. In the meantime, we will need that copper, and the tin and aluminum can go away. I'm also going to move the hammer, the auto hammer, from out here inside where I think it'll fit a little bit better. And since I apparently don't have a pick at the moment, I should make one. Now, in here, I think I'm going to put the generator there in that corner. Put the hammer here. This will leave space for an auto compressor back here once I get around to building it. Then input and output chests. Put the transfer nodes back up. Transfer pipes are there. And now I just need the clay to finish so that way I can make the power distribution. You need that. Those can go in here. And I need to drink something. Charcoal filter. I've never quite understood why I get a thirst debuff when I drink filtered water. It just does not make much sense to me. But that's the way things are. I need to turn on the temp info again. And it is about time to go inside and cool off. So we'll get those running. We need to smelt the clay to get the hardened clay, so we'll get that going as well. Turn the cooling coils on and go stand in water and watch the temperature just fall away. Okay, another thing that we will be needing in order to make this power distribution from immersive engineering are a couple tools to make the wire with. We need copper plates, which requires an engineer's hammer, which I didn't quite manage to pull the recipe up for. But it is 2 sticks, a couple iron, and a string. For that, we will need 4 copper plates. We then make the wires out of using a wire cutters. And with that, we put the wires around a single stick, and we get 4 low voltage wire coils. Clay is finished, which means that we can pop those on, and we get the wire connectors. Now we can simply put one on top of there, one on top of there. Oh. It automatically connected them? That is not something I've seen before. And I still have the 4 wire coils. I don't know. Maybe I got something for free. Let's go get some charcoal and test this out. See if the power actually transfers or if it's just a graphical bug. Nope, power is transferring. Huh. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth with that one. Okay, so we now have the auto hammer running. The cacti moved down to the basement. I think what I want to do next is improve my lava generation system. Increase the number of crucibles and auto-generate the lava rather than having to fill the crucibles manually each time. So I think I'll make 3 more crucibles, which will require 21 more clay. Each porcelain clay requiring an ash, which is gotten by smelting a stick. Do I have any clay in here? Let's see. Yes, I have 10. That makes things a little bit easier. I can come out here, make a bit more clay and water. It's 18, we need 21. Yes, free wiring. So it requires clay, the ash from the smeltery, and bone meal. Okay, good. I remembered that correctly. These are like a third of the way done. Now, what I also want to do is move the cobble generation system from there over to here, so that way I can use the the transfer pipes to pipe directly into the crucibles. I'm also going to expand the storage while I'm at it by using a storage drawer. There we go. Just 6 wooden planks and a chest gets you a basic drawer, which will hold 32 stacks of a single item. In this case, it'll be cobble, which is a heck of a lot more than the 27 stacks we've got currently. So pull those back out of there. We actually need to do that. And beyond, if you need more than 32 stacks, storage drawers, which is the name of the mod, also has a number of upgrades that you can apply to it to increase the number of stacks it can hold, decrease the number of stacks down to a single one, have it emit redstone signals, void excess, quite a few options. So I'm going to bring this down here, put it right there, then come over here and make a mess. Another benefit of the storage drawers is if you have an item in your hand, or actually even if you have an empty hand, which I don't at the moment, but you can just double right click and everything that in your inventory that can go into the chest will, which makes it far easier to put large quantities away than with, say, a regular chest. Also, left clicking on the front face of it will get you a single item, and right clicking or shift left clicking will get you a whole stack. Now, just need to finish moving this, and the cobble gen at least will be back up and running. That's who cares about the facing? Another couple things that you can do with the mod is you can use a drawer key to lock the contents. That way, even if you completely empty it, it will still only accept cobble until you remove the lock and reset that. A quantify key, which will add in a display of just how much is on it. So it'll show the value of the 28 times 64 plus 21 that you can see in the Whaler tooltip. It'll give you the full-blown number right on the face of it, so you don't actually have to look at the storage drawer to see how much is in it. Now, we can finish off getting all of the porcelain clay required. Is that bone meal? Because the ash is or we should have been able to, but we ran out of time. Charcoal. No. Okay, so we'll just have to finish that in a moment. Meanwhile, I can get the first two crucibles firing. Wait on that for a moment while I come in here, grab the transfer pipes, transfer nodes. I'm apparently going to need another couple transfer pipes to do what I had wanted. I'm also going to move this, do a couple more things with this while I'm at it. Preferably not falling into the basement. I'm going to make some netherrack to go underneath the crucibles to light on fire, because the lava, I believe, does 4 millibuckets per second of conversion, whereas if I have an actual fire, it'll be 8. So to get the netherrack, we need 4 redstone, bucket to grab the lava, put it in the barrel, toss in a piece of redstone, get the netherrack out. Rinse and repeat. Okay. 4 netherrack, that's enough for all 4 crucibles. So we can pick that one up. I'm also going to bury it a little bit further underground, so we don't have the fire burning out on the surface. Place the netherrack here. Then I'm going to need to get a flint and steel made to actually light those on fire. But the 2 crucibles and the rest of the ash are ready, so we can go ahead and make the last crucible and get it started. Now, do I have any flint at the moment? It does not appear so, which means I just need to make a couple more gravel by pulling out cobble and hammering it. And throwing the gravel in. So we now have a flint. We need a torch down there before we get monster spawns. Flint, steel. Light it on fire and get the crucibles down. Okay, I've finished off the crucibles, placed them down, moved the one from there down to here, and I've been gathering the resources together to make more transfer pipes, which I need to smelt this soul sand for, and then I will be ready to finish them off. But we can place the transfer pipe there. Do that. I don't think that'll matter. But now it'll just fill these up, one or two at a time. And once I get the rest of the transfer pipes, it'll fill the rest, and I won't have to worry about it anymore. This way I'll be able to have 32 buckets of lava available as needed. Now, this finished smelting what, or hammering what it had a while back. Good collection of ores there, which we'll have to deal with smelting at some point. When did I die there? That must have been in the test world. We can just remove that. So, the next thing I'd like to do is automate the trees a little bit better. It's worked so far to just have them sitting there, but now that we're actually using charcoal as fuel, we're going to need a bit more. To do that, there are, what are they called? I think it's from Progressive Engineering. Wooden choppers, stone choppers, iron choppers, and diamond choppers. These just take some wood, chest, furnace, wooden axe. Then to upgrade it, a bunch of stone and a stone axe. I think I'm going to go straight for the stone chopper because it's not significantly more expensive. And should run faster. So we need some cobble, chest, wood. Then we'll also need some stone, which I already have. Okay, so start out with the wooden chopper, the furnace. Wooden axe. That gets us the wooden chopper. I could just do this and plant it down, but I think the stone chopper will be enough more efficient to make it worthwhile. And it'll even, no, it won't use my partially destroyed axe. I have to make a new one, which is easy enough. Now I can make the stone chopper. Replace the axe with the correct one. And I can plop it down there. Actually, it might need to be on this side. If I give it a couple charcoal to get it started, and an axe, it should chop this tree down. And when it runs out of charcoal, it will even replace it with wood that it's chopping. And we'll replant the tree as well. Once this tree is chopped down, I'm going to move it over to the next, and then I'm going to build an area around it, so that way multiple trees can be growing simultaneously. Now, this says it has a range of 1. That really means that there's only one spot that it will work with, and that is where the tree is being chopped down right now. To increase this, we can use these upgrades. Since I have a stone chopper, I need stone upgrades, which is just wooden upgrades surrounded by stone, wood surrounded by redstone. Each one increases the range by 2, so I think I'm going to put 1, 2, and let's say 3 in. So we need 3 redstone. Actually, before I do anything more, let's move this over here. Pop in the axe. That tree will be chopped down now. So, we need, I believe I said 3 of these, followed by 3 of these. That tree finished. So, I think I want to put it, put it just all the way around this block that I already had. So, grab a bit of dirt for it. Put the chopper in the center. Give it all 3 upgrades. Give it the axe. I need to give it a better one in a moment. And give it some wood to burn. Okay. And we can also give it another sapling, or 2, just to finish things out. Yeah, it won't place one there because it only has a range of 7. But if we grab bone meal, it'll immediately start chopping it down. So we'll bone meal 1. Let it chop it down and put some stuff away. I'm also going to go ahead and make some shears and shear all these leaves down. I don't really need them taking up space at the moment. I've got plenty of silkworms to make more infested trees later. My armor is starting to take some damage, so I'm going to need to replace it at some point. And there's some other uses for slime, so it'll be useful to have the infested leaves here soon. Also, I've discovered that there are stone shears. They don't last long, but they are cheap to make. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut these down, then spend some time gathering other resources, such as sifting the leaves, sifting sand, etc. And we'll come back in a little bit. Or rather, not in a little bit. This is actually a good wrapping up point for the episode. We've gotten some power gen going, gotten the cacti moved, and lava gen improved. So, until next time, enjoy.